The content of our thoughts is our own, private, secret, unknowable by anyone else. Until now, that is. This is the technology that makes it possible to see what's going on inside the brain while people are thinking.
You're reading their mind.
It's
Whoa.
incredible, just incredible.
I'm Emily Scharf, reporting on mind-reading technology. This clip demonstrates how images that one is observing can be recreated from scratch with software that uses fMRI scans of the brain. Now, physics expert Mikio Kaku will further explain the science behind this new technology.
Previously, scientists have been able to use MRI scans to read lies within a person's brain and also emotional states. Now we can read individual letters of the alphabet as you watch them. Within 10 years, we may have a dictionary of thought. Certain brain patterns correspond to certain thoughts, a dictionary of thinking.
All right, from Japan now, they're saying that they show individuals certain images, and then they detect their blood flow to see what they're thinking. How in the world is that possible?
Well, the MRI scan picks up chemicals that are inside the blood. So as you think about something, blood concentrates in certain areas, and computers can recognize that pattern and tell you what you are thinking. Now, the implications are enormous. Think of Guantanamo Bay and the question of interrogating terrorists. We can now, in the future, be able to think about reading a terrorist's mind without using coercive tactics. Or think of the scandals on Wall Street where Ponzi schemes rip off billions of dollars in assets. We'll be able to look inside a person's brain perhaps within 10 years to decipher lies, emotional states, and perhaps even individual ideas.
American researchers are now drawing conclusions from their studies.
Carnegie Mellon's Marcel Just and Tom Mitchell scanned the brains of people who looked at sets of images of objects, like tools or homes. The experts could see differences in the scans when people were thinking about a hammer versus a house, but it took a computer to distinguish scans of similar objects, like a hammer versus a screwdriver. Once the program learned these subtle differences from a group of people's brains, it could accurately tell which of 10 similar objects a new volunteer was thinking of.
Our brains have a similar enough organization that we can use the patterns of activation from my brain to try to decode yours.
They say in theory that means non-invasive mind reading is possible, but could it also be used to invade our privacy?
Experts are beginning to explore the ethical controversies.
I don't think the public realizes where neuroscience is taking us right now. Some of the research is showing things about the brain that are surprising and that allow us to have new kinds of knowledge about the brain, but also to look into the brain in new ways. And that raises a lot of issues about privacy. It raises issues about who has access to our brains and under what circumstances. For all of human history, if you wanted to get information from me, you got it through what we call the peripheral nervous system, whether it's language or expression or my heart beating faster or sweating or blushing. That's all peripheral nervous system. You couldn't get any information at all directly from my brain. And now for the first time in history, you can.
On the topic of the ethical implications of this technology, let's see what some Colorado College students have to say. I'm here with Erica Wineland-Thompson, a freshman at CC. What do you know about brain imaging and what do you think about it?
Well, brain imaging to me is when machinery is used to look inside people's minds and determine what they think and what they dream about. And I think that it shouldn't be used because it's an unnatural way of looking at people and their insights and what they think about and dream about, and I think it could potentially lead to misuse and abuse in the future.
Thank you, Erica.
You're welcome.
When asked the same question, here's what some other Colorado College students had to say.
What I know about brain imaging is that it is a technology developed and it can read people's thoughts. And I think it's okay to use as long as the person's comfortable with it and as long as she's aware that people can read her thoughts. So I think a series of rules and laws should be established in order to use that new technology.
I think brain imaging can, I don't even know what I dream about, right? So I don't know if I necessarily want other people spying on my dreams. But that would definitely be a problem. But I think that in the end it could be rather interesting.
This technology could be beneficial in both the advancement of science and society, yet it raises a number of ethical concerns. I'm Emily Scharf. We'll see you next time.